How to complete the tasks you're not good at. Let's talk about it. Hey there, Enterprisers. What's good? It's Jason Lago here again with Always Enterprise. And in this video, I want to talk to you about how to complete the tasks that you're not good at. In other words, how to up your outsourcing game. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Outsourcing is definitely a vital part of efficiency in any good operation, all right? Sometimes you're going to either have not the interest nor the skill set to complete a certain task, even though it's important. So in a case like that, as per efficiency, you want to go ahead and outsource it. That is, pay someone external from your team, outside of your team, to get the job done. And sometimes it makes perfect sense to do that in the first place. It just makes sense when you can leverage someone else's time and skill set, okay? So outsourcing is definitely an important role, something that everyone has to do in their enterprise at one time or another. That being said, I want to give you 3 rules that will help you, if you follow them, it'll help you elevate your outsourcing game so that way you're getting the job done properly and timely without having to negate any quality or compromise any quality and do any detriment to your brand. All right, so let's jump right in. Number 1, clearly define the scope and schedule of your project. Clearly define the scope and schedule of your project, right? In other words, just be clear from the beginning. Set some good expectations up front. Not only, of course, on the scope of the project, but also the time nature that's attached to it, all right? It's not enough just to get the project done. For instance, if you were just going to, in my case right now, I'm launching a new offer, all right? And so I'm having to have some outsourcing done right now. I'm contracting up some graphic work on the front end. I could just look for a contractor to do my graphic, right? My front end graphic. Easy, right? But that's not all there is to it, all right? I don't want to just look for someone who can mock up a graphic for me, okay? I want to make sure that I express clearly what it's used for. You don't have to get too deep in the weeds, but sometimes it makes sense if you give your contractor an idea of what it's going to be used for. Again, the full scope of what it is. It's not just a graphic for an ebook. It's a graphic for an ebook that's going to be the front end of my funnel, right? In other words, it's going to be the front door of a brand new offering. So I need it to be sharp. I need it to be extra animated. I want people's retinas to hurt when they look at it so that it draws the proper attention that is necessary for them to go ahead and get eyeballs on my offer. Make sense? On top of that, you also want to make sure that the schedule is something that people have in mind as well. So for instance, because of this new offer, I've already secured the new domain for it. I've already secured the hosting. All right, I'm already working on the autoresponder series that goes into it. Therefore, I've already got money out there that's towards this project, and I'm on the hook for it time-wise, right? So again, get clarity and make sure that clarity is transferred from you onto your contractor or your work vendor or whatever the case is, so they know exactly what the scope and schedule is of this project. Number 2, don't choose a vendor solely on price. Don't choose a vendor solely on price. Now, I know I lost a lot of you right there for that, right? Listen to me. It's so important to make sure that you do not sacrifice the quality of your work in the name of saving a few dollars, okay? If we can take an example of Fiverr.com, for instance. I love using Fiverr, and I use Fiverr a lot. Very rarely do I ever just pay the $5 that's associated normally mentally with that particular network, right? Fiverr, you spend $5. I rarely ever spend the minimum. Oftentimes, what I'll usually do is spend the money that whatever's required for the highest tier of service. All right, they usually got a small, medium, large, or a bronze, silver, gold type situation. I almost always pay for the highest package, only because it comes with more. It comes with more mock-ups. It comes with more consultation. It comes with more options. All right. Very rarely do I spend the money, the lowest amount of money, even in the name of speed. Make sure that you don't choose just on price, all right? Consider everything, all right? Look at every last review and make sure that when you're choosing this person or this company to outsource this work to, again, you're not sacrificing or compromising anything to the quality of your name, all right? Do not choose just on price. Number 3, always secure support for after the project. Always secure support for after the project. I can't tell you how important this step is. Again, don't just go off of price and don't just go for the bare minimum of what this is. Make sure that you're also considering the back end of the project as well. Consider everything from the work that is done to the revisions that could take place afterwards. All right. I talked about in the last point about buying the highest package. Often one of the reasons why I do that is because that is the one that secures ongoing support or ongoing revisions, even if you're not happy with the first mock-up. Make sure that you're securing that. It's always important to know that you can go back after the fact and have your work reviewed, revamped, and recompleted until you're satisfied with the work that's being presented to you. There you have it, my friends, 3 simple and practical tips that will help you up your outsourcing game. I wish you happy outsourcing. Hopefully these tips will give you some help in that regard. This is Jason Lang with Always Enterprise. Let me invite you again to click the notification bell and subscribe button so you don't miss any more hot new content that I got coming down the pipe just for you. And I'll see you next time. Keep enterprising.